Now, in the last episode, I talked about um, conditionals: if, then, elif, and else, and we know how to check if something is equal to something. In this episode, I'm actually going to teach you while loops. So, what while loops are? Well, while loops are essentially, let's say you wanted to print an object, right? Or you wanted to print something. So I'm going to put a string. I'm going to do print this is a string, right? And then if you wanted to do it multiple times, you'd have to do this. Sorry about the network error. I'm running on a virtual machine. You'll notice this is a string. Good times, right? But that's, you may be thinking, wow, that's a lot of code. I don't want to type that out that many times. Well, you can actually just do it once using a while loop. So I'm going to do while true, and then we do the indentation with pressing tab, and then we'll say print a string, and then we'll print it, and we'll notice it just keeps printing string over and over and over again. That's literally what a while loop does. It loops forever until you break out of the loop, or until a conditional is not met, right? So let's say we wanted to break out of the loop. Well, that's easy. So I'm going to do a equals 0. So I want to break the loop when a reaches 10. So we're going to do a is less than 10. And then we're going to add to a equals a plus 1. Then we're going to run it, and we notice it prints 10 times. Now you can actually shorten this like this, a plus equals 1. Wrong way. You can actually just do plus equals, which is a assignment operator. We notice it does the same exact thing, but I like to do a equals a plus 1 because even though it's longer, I just feel more comfortable doing that. So now we see that once a is 10, or once a is 9, because a is less than 10. Once it hits 9, once it hits 10, it'll break the loop and it won't do anything. It won't stop run anymore. We notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, I lied. Wait. Oh yeah, because I'm printing and then it's breaking. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's true. So once a is greater than 10, right? That's the opposite of what's happening. Once a is greater than 10, it will stop. So now, what if I wanted to do a conditional, right? We talked about conditionals. Well, you can actually do that too. We could do while true. And we're going to do if, and then we're going to do this, right? And then we're going to check if a is less than 10, is greater than 10, break. Now, essentially what break does, it'll break out of the loop. Like if you run this, you'll notice it breaks once it hits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, the reason why it's breaking at 11 is because we're doing 10, right? We want to check if a is greater than 10. And the number greater than 10 is 11. Now, if you want to check if it's equal to 11, you simply just put an equal sign on the other side of the thing. So now it only printed 10, right? And that's what conditionals is for. Now, what I didn't teach in the last episode is another version of conditional, not. Now, essentially what not is, not. It's literally not. If this is not equal to that. It's like saying if something is not equal to something. Now, we could do not, right? If not a is greater than 10, greater than or equal to 10. So this will say if a is not greater than or equal to 10, break. So essentially, if a is not bigger than 10, like if a is 11, then it will break. But everything below 11, it won't break. Or no, shoot. No, I lied. Everything, see look, it prints once because it's saying the opposite of greater than. So, less than. So, it's essentially saying this. If a is less than or equal to 10, break. That's literally what this is saying with the not, right? So if a is less than or equal to 10, so it'll break if it's less than 10. So like 1 to 10. Once it hits 11, it'll continue going. For example, if we set this as 11, we notice it keeps going because it's not that. Now, what if, now you could also do the opposite of this one too, right? Not. And that will break it once because it's greater than 10. If I put this to 0, it'll run 11 times. Does that make sense? So not equal to. Oof. Now we could also do not true, right? So that means it'll be false. And now I'm going to show you what this does. Now you may be thinking, why didn't it run? Well, true is a active statement. Like, it is true that I am currently walking to the store. It is true that I did this. It is true that I did this. Whenever you put true as a statement or a conditional in anything, it will check, hey, if it's false, for loops especially, if it's false, then it won't run because false basically stops it because false means not true. We're not going to run it. Now, when it's true, on the other hand, it's like, okay, well, it's true, so we're going to go ahead and run it because running is true. Now, when it's false, it's basically saying running is false, and that's why I didn't run anything in print. Now, when I remove this, if we notice, it actually runs. See? So it's just the way that you express your conditionals. So not true means it won't run. Not false, like, let me put it false. So now we have false, right? We're going to do this. So we notice it's not running. Well, why is it not running? Because it's false running is set to false. Because while false means it won't run because it's false. And then when we change to not false, it'll run because we're doing the opposite of the object we're doing. So for instance, not false. That means true. And that's basically what while loops do. They loop through things. They help iterate through. They loop forever until you break them or until a condition is met during the definement. Oh my gosh, I just closed the app. So like right here, like I could go, I already did this, but a is greater than 10. This will run 11 times. Oh no. A is less than 10, sorry. This will run 10 times. Ugh. That was a mess because I'm not adding on to. So, you know, it's just like conditionals. You could do if a is greater than 10, right? Or a is less than 10. It'll say while a is less than 10, we're going to count up. And then it'll print. And that is essentially what while loops are. Any questions, DM me on Discord. And if you need help, DM me on Discord. See you in the next episode.